Good morning, Martin.
Ready for another session?
Ready for another
This
session?
is a really nice mandolin, banjo mandolin,
Okay.
right? Made by a guy called Alan Turk.
Okay.
It's he's sadly died of, but it's an amazing instrument. He's the other option for the mandolin. This is my gigging mandolin, walnut.
Wow.
Chunk of walnut, and then it's got the hubcap and the industrial end on the front.
Good morning, Martin. You're here again for another session
Nice
at the
to be
Lampstand
back.
Studio. It is, isn't it?
Raft of instruments in hand.
That's right. We love doing this. Martin, you are a multi-instrumentalist and many other things musical as well. Tell me about your music, how you got into it, and what you get out of it.
Oh, well, as a kid I learnt the piano. I used to have the nuns rapping my knuckles and things like that. It wasn't much joy. And then at about age 13, I started learning the violin off a Jesuit priest, Father Saul, and classical music, which I got much more into the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and the music. So I gave up for a number of years, and then I did teacher training and was up in Lismore and inspired by music coming out of Nimbin and places like that. And so I picked up the guitar. We had to learn an instrument as part of my teacher training, and started playing the guitar. And since then I've got quite a collection of instruments. They all do different things, I tell my wife. And I'm a jack of a few and master of none.
Now tell me about where you play. You play with your brother in duo. Where else do you?
I was playing in country areas, particularly on the north coast, but got involved with bush bands. First at a place called Cobbity outside of Sydney, a band called Sticky's Mob, and then later a band called the Fenians. And doing bush dances and stuff like that, which is great for community. And so I've got a background with bush bands, but these days I do a fair bit of, my brother and I play a lot as a duo. Sometimes we'll have a percussionist as well. Sometimes we'll play four-piece. The only place I solo is at aged care facilities these days. And so we do a fair bit of retro boomer music too, Beatles and Rolling Stones and a bit of Tennessee Ernie Ford and that sort of stuff. So, but I like playing, I'm not really a folky, but I like playing jigs and reels and shite.
Okay. What is your favourite music to play?
Well, my favourite instrument, although I'm not a great master of it, is the fiddle. And I really like jigs and reels and things. I find it a real meditation, and I pick up the fiddle just about every day and play. And I'm very lucky to have a couple of nice fiddles, and just pulling sound out with from a fretless instrument is a real joy. I also sing, and I enjoy that, and I guess my instrumentation is around accompaniment for my singing.
Martin, can you tell me what you've enjoyed most about being part of this project?
I think it's nice to be part of a combined effort, and just to play a small part and see what works and what doesn't work. And I know there's many amazing musicians involved, so it's that collaborative sense that I think is really nice, and it's something that technology has meant we can do, and something creative. So it's that creative side where it hasn't, you're not replicating something that someone else has done. You're working to a bit of a plan, but then you bring whatever you can to the table.
And what does music give you? What do you get out of it?
Oh, it's sanity. When I was working and I was as busy as a teacher and a school principal, my wife, and we had kids, my wife would say, "Oh, look, Martin, you're busy with your music too. You probably need to give it up." I say, if I didn't have music, I couldn't live with myself, and you wouldn't want to live with me. So I always maintained some. It was less than I do now, but music's a daily thing in my life, both playing and also listening to music.
That's fabulous. Thank you, Martin.
Whistle and that too.
How many instruments did you say you had?
I've got about 26 instruments. I can only play one at a time though. But as I tell my wife, they all do different things.